Welcome to class time. Dear friends, in this video we are going to see class 9 geography chapter 4, that is human settlement. Now before we learn anything, let us initially define the very term settlement. The book says the place of permanent or temporary habitation. Okay, the place of permanent or temporary habitation. If a person lives or stays in a place, be it for shorter time or be it for the longer time, that staying in a place is known as settlement. Okay friends, now why should a person live in a place? Why should a person stay in a place? Okay, or in what type of place a person should stay? All these are based on the need of a person. Okay, so if a person is habituated, or if a person deals with agricultural activities, so he will be living in a place or staying in a place where agricultural activities can be done, good soil, good water facilities. Okay, that way. Or if a person is good at doing trade, business, okay, or interested in doing the industrial works, so the person will go and stay in a place where there are factories, industries. Okay, so that way the person will go and stay there. So according to the need of a person only, the living in a place or staying in a place is happening. That means in the human settlement, what do we see? We see the relationship between a man and the nature. So overall, what we can see, what we can say, dear friends, is that of the geography, human geography is one of its part, and in human geography we see the relationship between man and the nature environment. And of that human geography, another part is there, which is as human settlement. And within that human settlement, we again study of be it permanent or temporary. Now when we speak of the settlement, dear friends, human settlement, it studies living of a person. Okay, shelter of a person. It can be a hut also, it can be a skyscraper also. Okay, not that it is speaking of only the village area houses. No, it is speaking about the city-lized buildings also. Okay, so it includes everything. Now a person lives for to live, a person looks for food first. Once he gets food, for his safety purpose, he goes around looking for a shelter so that he can have a safety life. Not merely safety, getting settled in a place, he looks for a social life. So shelter is for the safety and the social life. Okay, dear friend. Now study of this human settlement is done on human geography. Okay, and this human geography's founder is Carl Ritter. Okay, Carl Ritter is known as the founder of human geography, and in this human geography, all the studies are done on the basis of elements and the region based. And this element and the region based method is being developed by Richard Hartshorne. Okay, Richard Hartshorne. These two persons had their contribution, great contribution for the study of human geography. Now dear friends, if we speak of the elements or the region based, okay, now elements means it includes the settlement of location, situation, shape and size, all those, and the region based includes the origin and growth of settlement, changing shape, all this. Okay, dear friends. Furthermore, if we go and see for it, we can find it the origin. Okay, origin and growth of human settlement. Now how did it origin, or why did it origin? Okay, how did it grow? Now dear friends, prior to 2000 years back from now on, we can say that people were simply homeless wanderer. People were going around without getting settled in a place. They were going searching for their needs. They find something to eat, they finish it up, they go to a different place in search of the place, in search of the things. So initially people were homeless wanderer. They were not getting settled in a place, simply wandering from one place to another. Okay, the reason known as they did not have any permanent settlement, permanent place to get settled. Other way you can say they had this lack of knowledge of getting settled in a place. With the expansion of the knowledge, people learn to stay in a place, get settled in a place. When they got settled in a place, the agricultural activities got origin. They started doing the cultivational work. So that way, few plants they domesticated, they took for themselves to recultivate them, replant them, and grow them again. Okay, few animals they started domesticating. Okay, to keep with them for their food purpose. Okay, and livelihood supports. Okay, so that way the cultivation, agriculture activities started, domestication started, and people learn to be together in a place. So the relationship between human and the nature, earlier it was the nature was providing them and they were simply going around and eating wherever they found. Now they are getting settled, depending on the nature completely. They themselves are cultivating. Okay, trying to get more from the nature by themselves. They are also putting some effort. Okay, so that nature can produce more. So the relationship between human and the nature was stronger and closer with the settlement. Now the origin and growth of settlement, or a person getting settled in a place, okay, the origin of it and its growing is all depending on the availability of the resources in a place. See friends, a person will go and get settled in a place only his or hers want necessity things are, if those things are available. Now suppose I need a pen to write. I do not have, I want to buy it from the market. I will surely go to a particular shop where the pen is. If I won't go to a fish market and ask for a pen, because pen is not available there. Okay, so I will look for a place only where it is available. I will move to there, to that place. So according to the need of the persons, okay, they move to the places. So whichever places provided them the good facilities. Okay, availability of water. Mostly earlier people were dealing with agricultural activities, dear friends, for their livelihood. So availability of water, they looked the place which provide them good availability, good water sources. The place which gave them good soil quality for their cultivation. The place which gave them the plain places which gave them good facility for the transportation system. The place which gave them good climate for the cultivation. All these things, the availability of resources in a place only brought the people together, put the people together, made the people to get settled in a place. So availability of resources only is more responsible for the growth and the origin of human settlement, origin and growth of a human settlement. Okay, now if we look for the classification of this human settlement, okay, classification and characteristics of human settlement, dear friend. Now it can be based on the forms, okay, based on the forms, the structure and the occupation of the inhabitant. Inhabitant means people, those who are inhabiting there, okay, those who are living there. Okay, so based on their shape, based on their forms, based in the shape, in the sense in the group, no, okay, then occupation, based on their occupation, the classification of the settlement is done. Now based on the occupation, it is divided as rural and urban. Okay, rural means the village and urban means town. Now why based on occupation this way? Because in the rural area, that is village area, you will be finding the people dealing with agricultural activities, people dealing with fishing, people dealing with farming. All these occupations are generating their livelihood from the nature with their hard work. Okay, mainly this agriculture is worth mentioning mainly. Okay, then follows rest like fishing and this other farmings. Okay, now these are found only in the village areas. And as for the people, those who are interested for trading, the business you will be finding in the town areas, because in the city areas we find the industries coming up, the factories coming up, so they will be in the city areas. So all people those who are doing the agricultural activities, they will be in the village. People those who are doing trading, business, they will be in the city. So rural and urban division has come up that way. Now dear friends, according to the shape, okay, if we look for the shape, now in the village area also there will be in some villages there are population will be more, and in some places the population will be less. In the city also there will be, in some areas of the city population will be more, some places will be less. Why? In the village there will be some population will be more, because in some places, because maybe the water, just for an example, the river is bigger, it provides more facility, it can supply to more people the fish needed, the water needed, the plain area needed. So the bigger river will provide you more area, more resources, so more people can be accommodated, more people can be inhabited by the riverside. If the river is very small, which has the capacity of only few families, obviously we can't expect more families to be there, because people will die for die of the scarcity there. So according to the availability of the resources, only the number of people are there. Now depending on the number, depending on their forms, depending on the shapes, again these people are being divided. Occupation, urban and rural. Now depending on the number also and the shapes also, it is being divided. And how it is divided? They are divided in dispaired and nucleated. Okay. Now dispaired means the very thin population, very little in number. Now why? The one reason can be due to unfavorable condition of the nature, unfavorable condition of the unfavorable situation, topography of the of the location, okay, or like the place is very rocky, no cultivation is supported, or water resource is very little, or the other way, the place is very hot or the place is very cold. All this can be responsible for that. Okay, so that way a dispaired can be one group. And nucleated means people love to live together, people simply love social life. So the places which provides them with all the resources, people come together, live together, clustered. So people living together through clustering is known as nucleated. Okay. Now what can be the reason for nucleated? The nature provides them in sufficient, whatever is needed for the, and it has the capacity to hold more number of people there. Okay, dear friends. Now furthermore, now since we are talking about mostly examples are most of the examples we are giving about river and in the riverside people getting settled, the book gives us example also that people mostly dealing with agricultural activities and living near the riverside. Okay, one example given in our book is Mesopotamian civilization, okay, which was on the bank of river Euphrates, okay, and Tigris river, and again it is given Egyptian civilization on the bank of river Nile. And furthermore it gives of our own country, that is Indus civilization on the bank of river Indus. Okay, so all these examples are given, and these examples shows us that river source, presence of river could bring more people together, because it has the transportation system, first of all water facilities, okay, availability of water, because of that climate was good. The river and plains are very fertile, agricultural activities are done well, because the river transportation system is good, it is plain. Okay, so all that way, all these availability of all these facilities only brought the people together. So these examples can justify that a river and presence, riverside can be a good place for the people to inhabit. Okay. Now classification nucleated classification we have spoken, and disparate classification we have spoken. Now nucleated division, settlement. Now nucleated settlement also, where we see people living together, okay, clustering, okay. Now that also can be divided again, and that division is done depending upon the shape and the pattern, shape and the pattern of the people, in what shape people are there, okay, and which is looking into the geographical condition of a place, geographical location, and the water resources, expansion of transport network and river resources, and this nucleated. So looking into all this, the nucleated settlement is being divided into 5 groups, and they are known as rectangular, linear, circular, star, and triangular, okay. These are 5 groups of settlement divided. So dear friends, in the next video we shall see all these 5 groups, study them part by part and proceed with the chapter. So thank you dear friends, see you people in the next class. Till then, take care, stay in, stay safe. Thank you.